Okay, just like we do every week, let's do this thing. Welcome to the Church of James Victory. I got to find some organ music for this thing. That would be awesome. Okay, let's do this. So, recently, while running my class on creative thinking called Design Unthinking, I was asked if I have a process I go through, or if there are prompts I give myself for coming up with ideas. Like, what are some tips or tricks to get to the meat of the thing? The question was essentially, how do you think? This is a most excellent question, and one I have never tackled head on. Until now, and for you. So here are a few thoughts I have about how I come up with ideas, or how you may possibly come up with ideas. So let's do this. When working on a commercial project, I'm not a problem solver trying to find the right answer, because there ain't a right answer. I'm only trying to find my answer. But what I've found over the years is that I often prove my own philosophy, the one that says, in the particular lies the universal. Meaning, if I can make something that has particular meaning to me, it will have meaning for others. When I use my own life and my history and my opinion and thoughts in my work, it speaks to a larger audience. The opposite of this, the opposite of making yourself happy, is trying to please everyone by giving them what they want or what they expect. This is akin to making bland, ubiquitous oatmeal. Hey, everybody likes oatmeal. My first response to any prompt or assignment, whether it's writing or design, is of course always, I ask myself, what do I think? What do I think? What do I have to say here? What is my opinion on this? And creatively, I'm asking, what do I alone have to offer here? What is my unique perspective that no one else could bring? But before finding anything new or unique, I actually have to go through all the available clichés. I call it all the ideas my mom can come up with. You know, if you give your mom the assignments of the things you're working on, she'll come up with good ideas. After all, the visual language that we as designers use is the cliché, with all its available shapes and images and colors and words and references, right? And the simple and obvious answer is not wrong. It's just not interesting. But what if we become curious and investigate the cliché? What if we turn it upside down and try to see it new again? Maybe I don't have to reinvent the wheel. Maybe I can just exchange it for a bigger or smaller one and see how that works. This is how we can assign new meaning to a dusty idea. Sometimes I play the contrarian and I do the opposite of what I think I should do. Because I don't always care about making sense, and I never really care about logic. So what's the worst idea? Can the wrongest idea possibly hold a clue or actually make a lot of sense? And here's a big thing. What idea scares the shit out of me? Where can I go with this that most designers would be afraid to go to? You know, I look at my early career of cultural and political and social posters. You know, I was going for the truth. I was going for the truth. Most designers were decorating, trying to make sense, trying to make pretty things. Fuck that. The truth is always the best. Even if it's ugly, even if it's scary. Also, I don't want clients or the public, or my audience or you to expect a certain delivery from me. And I don't want my work to become a cliche, because that can happen too. You can become a victim of your own success. I'm not a band like the Eagles or Journey. I don't know why Journey is a punchline, but like Journey with a set of standard songs that they have to play again and again. And even if they lose their main guy, they have to find a mimic. I find that hilarious. I want this to be interesting for me. I want to surprise and delight myself first. I want to make myself happy. And I think in the long run, it's about creating a reputation for this kind of thinking. To become known for this, to become known for new and forward-thinking ideas, and even dangerous ideas. Hey, I want to take a second here. If you're stuck in a creative job or career that's not fulfilling, or not even creative, I want to let you know there's always a way out. You can learn to turn the volume down on that BS and turn it up on you and your creativity. And I'd love to help you. Go to yourworkisagift.com. It's my website. Click on coaching. There's a questionnaire there that will probably help you out even if you just answer the questionnaire, but it'll also give you access to a free call. Let's talk. Let's free you from the overwhelm and the creative frustration and the bullshit and help you build your business. Let's help you get paid to do what you love. Again, go to yourworkisagift.com and click on coaching and let's talk. Okay, so once I have a thought of where I'd like to go, what idea I'd like to follow through on, now I have to concern myself with what it looks like. And I ask myself questions like, what do I want to make? How do I want to express or show this thing? Basically, I'm saying, what would be fun to do and also surprise my audience? Is it lettering or a photograph? Or do I create something and photograph that? Or do I create an image? And then do I manipulate it somehow or change it in some way to find some deeper meaning? And often I get to this place where I think, oh shit, there's no way in hell they're going to go with this. But I think it's okay to scare myself. I actually think it's a very good place to get to. Because if I'm not pushing myself, and if I'm not pushing my client, and if I'm not pushing my audience, then what am I bringing to the table, really? I mean, I'm not doing my job then. And ultimately, I'm always thinking about the reaction of the audience and how to pique their curiosity and pull them closer into the story or into the process. So here's a funny thing. Oddly enough, I just got a new project to design. It's another in the series of do books. My client from the UK that I've had for 10 years at least. And these are always very interesting and always very difficult, abstract or completely concrete ideas that I get to play with. And with this series of covers, my objective has always been to show the cliche without showing the cliche. How can I do that? How can I represent this basic idea in a very straightforward, very simple way and somehow elude the cliche? And I'm given subjects like sea salt or birth, and I have to figure out what I can add to the conversation. And I have to really question, how can I present an image and not spoon feed the audience, but just give them enough clues so they have their own aha experience. What can I leave? What are the tracks in the snow that I can let them follow so they can figure it out for themselves? And this new book is actually called Do Loss, Loss, loss. It's about loss and recovery after the death of a loved one or divorce or loss of a job. You get the picture. Of course, when thinking about the idea of loss, yours and my first reaction would be darkness, right? Loss. It's sad. And now there's something missing. But I want to add hopefulness. And I think that's possibly the book's intention, to add life after loss. But think about this. To feel good after loss might be problematic, right? It brings up guilt and shame. It might be messy and uncomfortable. It may not be a clean path from loss to hope. So I would want to add something joyous and colorful and promising on the cover, but also messy and wrong. So I'm thinking about a rainbow. I'm thinking about a rainbow. But now, how do I make it new? Hey, if you want to hear your questions answered or more sage advice, you can listen to a new episode of The Right Questions every Thursday. Just subscribe at Apple or Spotify, wherever you're listening, and follow me on Instagram at James Victori. And for all the heads up on all the workshops and all the creative acts I'm doing, subscribe. Subscribe at yourworkisagift.com. I'm James Victori. I love you, and I believe in you even when you don't. Damn.